Order. Let's do our pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to King Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
We'd like to say the prayer.
I'd like to.
Go ahead.
All right, Lord, thank you for us being able to come together on this beautiful day for this beautiful weather. Lord, continue to protect the city of Bevel Oaks, the state of Texas, with all the weather for not becoming us. And thank you for us being able to continue governance with the new additions to the council. Please bless our efforts and thank you for us being able to be here today.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's do roll call.
Bud Marandino, Ward 1.
Jim Wright, Ward 3.
Mary Mitchell, Mayor.
Roger Manette, Ward 1.
Jeff Thibodeau, Ward 3.
Let the record show that Lonnie Clayton is absent. Alrighty, any conflict of interest statements? Any citizens' comments?
No, Mayor.
Alrighty. We're also going to do a public hearing, which requires me to read this statement. Thank you for joining me for this public hearing to discuss our community's housing and community development needs. Before we discuss our own community needs, let me provide you with some background on the funding opportunities through Texas Community Development Block Grant Program. The Texas Department of Agriculture administers the federal block grant funding allocated from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to the state of Texas. TDA offers competitive grant programs to distribute the funding to small and rural communities across the state. Our community has received the TXCD BG Disaster Recovery Fund in the past for repairs to our sanitary sewer lift station following Hurricane Harvey, but has not received regular community development fund grants in the recent years. The community needs identified in this hearing will be used to guide our own applications for the TXCDBG funding and to provide valuable information to TDA for the future of the program. The first topic is affordable housing. In our community, the current supply of affordable housing consists primarily of owner-occupied single-family homes. The past efforts to increase supply has been limited due to our small size, but we continue to monitor regional programs and opportunities. Are there any comments about affordable housing?
Are you talking about Section 8 housing?
Not necessarily, just affordable in general. Rent houses, things like that. This is a hearing that has already happened, but we're reading into the minutes from that meeting. The next topic is social services. In our community, the following social services are available to our residents: Jefferson County Health Department services, local faith-based organizations, food assistance through regional providers, and senior support programs through Southeast Texas Councils of Governments. Are there any comments about these services, additional services that are needed, or populations that remain underserved by social services? The third topic is public infrastructure. In our community, the current conditions of our public infrastructure includes aging sewer collection lines with particular concerns near River Road, where the capacity and reliability issues have been noted. We have addressed these needs in the past through local budget expenditures and post-Harvey disaster recovery grants for lift station repairs. Any comments about our local needs? Finally, the fourth topic is economic development.
You gotta wait to see if there's any comments.
No citizens here.
Well, maybe don't have questions.
Okay. Don, you have any questions? Okay, good. All right. Finally, the fourth topic is economic development. In our community, current efforts to promote economic development focused on supporting small local business while maintaining our primary residential character. Any comments? Now that we've outlined many of the needs that we have in our community, let's discuss the specific funding opportunity available. In 2026, TDA is accepting applications for the Community Development Fund. The City of Bevel Oaks submitted a community application and has been invited to continue and submit project details for the application of $750,000 in grant funding as well as local matching funds committed in order to approve our application score. The projects in the application must benefit primarily low to moderate income areas. We do not anticipate that any project we identify will result in displacement of residents or business. However, if this does occur, we'll minimize the impact of such displacement and assist displaced persons as required by the program. I have a copy of the application guide that includes a list of eligible activities for this funding, which I'll share with you as well. If you have any additional comments, concerns, or community needs to include this after this hearing concludes, please send them to Sabrina Crane, City Administrator, and the phone numbers, or come by City Hall. Next item up on the agenda, review approved consent items. Can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, next item up, review, approve action items, consideration, discussion, and approval for appointment of candidate for Ward 2. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any comments?
Welcome.
Oh, welcome. Okay,
Thank you for stepping up.
definitely. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, next item up is the pre-oath office for Don Smith for Ward 2.
Oh, you get to, it only hurts for a little bit.
You only get to sit over there for a few minutes.
You want me to take a picture and put it on Facebook or something?
With a big old bullseye.
I swear, do whatever you tell me to do.
You're not getting married.
Turn that.
It feels like it.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas,
In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas,
I state your name,
I state your name,
do solemnly swear or
Don
affirm
Smith, do solemnly swear, I knew you weren't listening, do solemnly swear
or affirm
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office of Ward 2
the duties in the office of Ward 2 Councilman
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will to the best of my ability
and will to the best of my ability
preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend
the Constitution and law of the United States and of this state.
and of this state, so help me God.
I state your name,
I, Don Smith,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I have not directly or indirectly
that I have not directly or indirectly
paid,
paid,
offered,
offered,
promised to pay,
promised to pay,
contributed,
contributed,
or
promised to contribute
any money or thing of value,
any money or thing of value,
or promised any public office
or promised any public office
or employment
or employment
for the giving or withholding
for the giving or withholding
of a vote
of a vote.
of the election of, I don't know how that pertains to this.
It really doesn't.
Appointment.
Of the appointment.
He didn't buy his council seat, in other words.
We paid him.
Whichever the case may be,
Whichever the case may be,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay,
All right.
Come sit over here now.
Well, actually, we're going to go do an executive session.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's have a motion to go into the executive session.
Make that motion.
this time.
Second.
Second. We'll be back.
Mic's off.
Yeah. Silly.
I made it. Well, you know, since there's nobody here, can we turn the mics off and have it here or not? Okay, on.
Let me turn this microphone off that was left on. Give me a minute.
What?
Goober forgot his microphone.
Oh.
You know what, I think that's the sergeant, I think that's the sergeant at arms job.
Oh.
His job is to make coffee.
So we gotta call a meeting back.
Yeah.
Put it out there. I can get Lonnie.
There you go.
We gotta call a meeting back.
I'm waiting for Roger to hurry up. Let's call the meeting back to order.
Let's get it all put back on, y'all. Hang on, hold your horses.
Hurry, hurry.
Don't run into the hallway. That means I have to come sit over next to you then, huh?
No, just sit a little closer.
You didn't say anything about
I got
Dr.
Dawn
Pepper.
between me and Bud, so I'm good.
There's one more in there.
Man, they are getting kind of,
Yeah, they're sassy today.
it's this early afternoon, they still have energy.
Bud wants to leave and.
They were all relaxed down by 6 o'clock, but you know, this early stuff, you know.
Bud, we're ready.
Everything up and then it went back to 66.
Making us miss our nap time.
We have the same thermostat in our office and it does
Y'all
that,
know
it's weird.
It's because that room, the return air is in that room, and it chills off really cool, and
All right, let's bring
All right, video.
the meeting back to order, please.
All right.
Next agenda item is number 12, review, approve action items for consideration, discussion, and approval. Resolution authorizing signatures for the TXCDBG application and contracts. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item on the agenda is 12B. We're going to table that matter at this time. Next item coming up is 12C, consideration, discussion, and approval for the change in event center rental rates. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
second.
Any discussion?
What is the rate change?
Wait.
Basically, it's been brought to our attention that the rental agreements are a little bit too expensive. So it's up to you guys to either keep the rates the same or make an adjustment on the rates.
How much are they? Is it written down here?
Yeah.
It's behind 12C, residential rates $75 an hour, 2-hour rental.
Okay, somebody had an idea that it was too expensive. They must have had an idea what it should be. So it is.
Well, it's actually
Nobody-
$100 now, that's it.
Yeah. Now, I did have a lady call me yesterday who's doing a benefit. I suggested to her that she would come to council next month, ask for a variance or a waiver on the charge because it's a benefit. But I told her it's up to council. So-
You know, we've beat this horse before. I mean, we can't pay to have this place cleaned, you know, for free. It's not free. We can't, you know, I mean, Don just brought up the $100 deal. A $100 deal is not gonna, if they have a chili cook-off in here, you're gonna spend $200-300 getting this place cleaned.
Who are you paying to
Yeah.
clean it? Because
Huh?
right now I'm doing it.
Sabrina's
Well, I
doing
know.
it.
Who are you paying to clean it? Because right now
But we
I'm doing it.
should be paying to keep this clean after, you know, the people should clean it and leave it like they found it.
Yeah, that's in the rental agreement, correct? That they have
It
to
is.
clean up all their mess.
All right, I'm
If they
gonna make a
don't, they don't get their
suggestion.
deposit
That
back.
is
I'm gonna say, cut it in half, make the 500 250 and the 750, whatever 750 divided by 2 is, that'd be 375.
This is the cheapest place that you can rent that I know of anywhere.
I agree, Jim.
Which one?
How many times we rented last year?
2, maybe?
Twice.
Some of the, I came up here when one of the South Park class
325.
reunions.
Mike Bim's wife rented
250
it
and
once, and we
375.
kind of screwed it up, gave her the money back.
375.
That was my bad.
375?
250.
And 375.
You've already admitted that once, don't do it again.
Well, I mean, this will be the last time we bring it to the table to discuss the rental rates.
What?
This will be the last time that we talk about the rental rates.
So what did you?
Well, this is $250 for a
$250.
6-hour rental. If renting for 6 hours, the client will have the facility from 8 a.m. till midnight. Where are we getting 6 hours in 8 a.m. to midnight?
That's what y'all discussed whenever we did it.
That's for 6 hours.
It topped out after 6, and
And
you
375
max out.
for 6
Yeah.
hours.
so
It's the same as a
6
3-day rental
hours.
being a week.
So you change the 75 to $50 an hour.
That's what I would do.
And
I
make-
would change it to
okay.
$50 an hour and then make it $300.
Make it 300.
That's right. And then you still leave the other stuff the same. That way it's kind of a shot to tell them you gotta clean this thing up. If they got a $350 deposit, they're gonna more than likely clean it up. If you change that deposit.
The
they'll
deposit
probably,
has to stay.
If it's $100, they'll probably, if it's a big mess, they'll probably say, you keep that $100.
Are
I'm
you
not
saying for
cleaning this up.
non-residential, it's gonna stay the same?
Yeah, leave it same for non-residential.
750?
So we went to $50 an hour and
Yeah, $50 an hour would be 300.
for the whole time?
50
Yeah.
and 300.
And then all that stays the same. And non-residents,
Well, make it 100 and make it make the 750 600.
That's for somebody who doesn't live here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that doesn't have a water account here.
$100 an hour for a 2-hour rental and $600 for a 6-hour rental.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just recap. So on for the residential, 300 for 6-hour rental.
$50 an hour, okay?
Yeah,
For
and-
2 hours, and then if you can go to 6 hours, and you got it for 300 for the rest of the day.
Correct. But the statement says from 8 a.m. to midnight.
You're gonna have it the whole time for $300, from 8 a.m. to midnight. If you do the full 6-hour rental, then that's
you're
gonna
allowed to
cover
have
the
it for
whole
time.
time. I thought the same thing. I said, where are you getting 6 hours there? That's a lot of time.
So if you go
I didn't
for-
know if that meant 6 hours. And during all that particular time you got for 6 hours.
It just
You're
gives them
getting
setup
16
time.
hours.
So if you start at noon, you got it to 6 p.m. or whatever within that time frame, but that's,
Setup time.
you get it all day.
Right.
Yeah, set up and clean up time.
Okay.
I'll fix it for you.
$25 setup and tear down?
I wouldn't change the others.
Okay.
Yeah, and we got to make sure we get that done.
Yeah.
All righty, any more discussion? All in favor with the rate changes, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All righty, next item on the agenda, consideration, discussion, and approval to change the city property rental rates.
I
That is
just
on
make it the same
12D.
thing.
This is for the city park rental rates. Can I have a motion?
Motion,
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I'd say leave it like it is. I mean, that's not bad to rent the whole freaking park. I mean, that's not,
Give me the definition of the park.
the whole thing. That's the
public
whole,
park.
that's the
Pavilion,
pavilion,
the
the whole,
playground.
everywhere, the basketball courts, that's
The
everything.
basketball courts are included in that
It's in the
too.
park. So they can park cars over there or whatever they want to do. They can make it like they want. And that's cheap.
I wasn't under the understanding that the basketball court was part of it. We didn't discuss that last time.
Well, isn't it part of the park?
No?
It's not.
Separate.
Well,
It's
my bad.
separate.
I thought it was
So
in the
that would
park.
not include the basketball court.
Then you need to put that in here.
It doesn't say that in here. So I'm just saying they could park cars. I mean, actually, when we had the fireworks, remember that people were popping fireworks over on the basketball court? I mean,
Yeah, but that's a
us
city
pumping
function there.
fireworks.
yeah.
So you make the change, you say the flat rate is to rent the park excluding the basketball court,
Yes.
so you add that.
And can you rent the basketball court? Can you
No.
make that part of it?
I would say no.
The
We got
basketball court is built for the citizens, basically out here is the reason why we built it to start with.
And it's used quite frequently, almost daily.
And I wouldn't want to take that away from the kids that like to go down there and spend time.
So add that, the flat rate is to rent the entire park excluding the basketball court.
Yeah.
Okay? And leaving the rates the same?
Well, I mean, I
But
don't
since
know
to
where
leave
else
the
you.
rates same, Jim, you were saying leave them the same?
What was the motivation for changing that, Mayor?
Just because I keep hearing chatter about the rental rates, so that's why I decided to bring it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
So give you the opportunity to make changes if need be.
But we made an important change.
Did you
We-
have a suggestion on that? Has
My
it-
suggestion.
all the chatter, did anybody
well,
give you a suggestion?
My thinking was because we do have upcoming car show, this would be a perfect opportunity to lower the rate if council decided to do that. That's why.
So we need to make sure that we have excluding basketball court under non-residential section also.
Mhm.
Is there anybody who would like to talk about possibly lowering the rates?
Not if it wasn't a big, if it's not a big deal and people, I mean, you say there's been several people, if they had brought a reasonable argument or,
They haven't.
okay.
But it was a good opportunity to not only discuss this, but also this building too. Because, there are people that want to rent the building, but I'm hearing that it's expensive.
Well, yeah, because if we're cutting rates for residentials on the park,
Overnight.
on the
this
building for residents, why would we not for residents for the park?
Most residents only do the pavilion.
Yeah.
Sabrina, has anybody besides the car show wanted to rent the whole park? So no residents have ever asked?
500 with a 350 deposit.
So when the car show rents it, it is the 500?
Yeah.
Because he's a resident, yes.
Okay.
Any more discussion?
The others,
All
it's got
those
to
in
do with
favor?
the pavilion, and it stays the same.
Stays the
It's been,
same.
yeah.
So all in favor of leaving the rental rates for the park the same, say aye.
And making the change about the
And making the change of no not including the courts.
Aye.
All right. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, consideration, discussion, and approval of making items surplus and setting an amount on the items. We
Is
have
this gonna be a bid thing?
Yes.
Or
Drew,
we
we
just gonna
didn't-
say it costs $1 and they're gonna come get it?
That's, yeah.
Is there anything on there
Yeah,
worth
because
more
last
than
time
dollars?
we brought
How's
it
that?
to the agenda, we did not put a dollar amount, and it was recommended to us to do it again and put a dollar amount on all these items.
What if, I would put, I would put different dollar amounts on them based on whatever it is, and I'd put it in that system, and then after that time is up, give them a day to come get it, and then pay somebody to go throw it in the dumpster.
Why don't we do this since it's celebrating the 250-year celebration, make it $2.50.
You and Mr. 250 over here.
I like it,
Everything's $250.
I like it. Everything's $250
$2.50.
or $250.
So who knows what's in the St. Patrick's bin?
It's a whole bunch of stuff your wife said you can't have.
It's just decoration.
Yeah, decorations.
Well, I don't think that, these shirts should be $2.50. That's ridiculous. I mean, if you're gonna sell shirts for $2.50, I mean, how much were they selling for at the car show?
Well, it's not what they were selling at
they're
the
selling,
car
what they
show, it'd
cost
be,
us.
what did they cost us?
All right, what did
Not
they
necessarily
cost us?
profit.
So there's an offer on the table for all of the no parking signs that the car show bought to do an in-kind trade, let the car show give all of the no parking signs to the city because the city uses them during the garage sales. They use them during the Christmas in the park and all that. So do an in-kind trade for all of our no parking signs and the parking signs. So there's parking and no parking with arrows and everything.
Where are they stored?
here.
Well, if we're storing them, I mean,
What's the rent on the store?
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. I mean, they
So
need to come get their
we want
stuff.
to do an in-kind trade for all those signs and the shirts. But we had to put the shirts in surplus first. And so Mayor Sabrina listed all that out.
How
to
much
get
of
it
the
out on the
shirt, how
table.
much does the shirt cost the city?
I think it was like
Each shirt. How much was a
$8.
shirt?
They're between $8 and $10, I
Yeah,
think.
$8 to $10.
A piece?
That was cost, yeah.
So there's a lot of shirts there. There's 100, there's
202.
200, almost, we rounded off to 200. Times 10's $2,000 worth of shirts.
1,600.
That are sent. That's rough. I mean, if they're $8, it's a little
Sell
less.
them for
I don't know who you'll sell them to. I mean, that's the whole thing.
What-
We're just
what are
trying to
the-
get stuff out of surplus.
How much the signs cost?
I'd have to look back on my receipts on that and see.
$5. Yeah, we could donate them.
Y'all need to Salvation Army, take the write-off.
We don't get write-offs.
Yeah, city doesn't get that right off privilege.
I don't think, I thought it was kind of, us spending all that money, the city spending all that money on those T-shirts. I mean, that was kind of
Well, that's water under the bridge.
I get it, but I mean, if we can recoup our money back out, just our cost, not profit. I mean, and then if they want to get them and sell them at the next car show for $15 a piece, they're going to make money, or less, or whatever. If we put $8 on each one of them, then that's $1,600 that the city would get back out of the $2,000 or whatever it was, or how much we spent to start with.
Well, that kind of consideration was not given on the previous surplus sale. Any one of those motors or the pipes or whatever coulda, shoulda, woulda on what the city paid for it. But that wasn't the case. So we need to do it the same way each time, I would think, just to be consistent.
Well, you got the same thing with these other items on here. I mean, there's some of the decorations would be hard to put, but you got a washing machine, a mailbox, a shredder, or whatever else is on here. It's got some value. They work. I guess the question is, are we going to put a minimum value on these?
Blink outdoor floodlight cameras, there's 3 of those. I mean, those are worth money.
They're brand new, we haven't,
Huh?
we didn't use them, they're brand new.
And we couldn't send them back. Is there any cost, does anybody know the cost on those?
$30 a piece, I think. I mean, they're not super expensive.
I didn't place that.
So even if we sold them for $15, I mean, there may, like Jim said, there may be some individual amounts that we need to sell some of this stuff for instead of $2. I mean, selling 3 Blink cameras for $2 a piece or $2.50 a piece, I mean, that's kind of taking a lick.
What kind of camera?
Blink, I got 8 of them at my house, but they're not cheap.
I just go down the list, put a minimum. What's a 4x6? What kind of rug is it?
It's the floor rug.
Huh?
Picture
The
number
4x6.
1. There's pictures of it, Jim.
$2,
$3.
$15 a piece for the Blink camera.
So who's gonna oversee this wonderful sale and all these great ideas? All we're trying to do is, from what I understand, we want to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah.
We don't want to have a garage sale. We want to get rid of this stuff.
Drew, is there any other way to make this stuff surplus so it can go away without setting an exact dollar amount?
The decision to make it surplus means you have
We
given
already-
up
We did last month.
value.
Why can't we do like the county does and everybody else does, and send this, DD6 does,
They
and
sent it to Horn Auction.
send it to Horn Auction? Why can't we just pack it up and haul it out there, and Horn Auction will write us a check and send us a check back?
But this stuff is crap.
There's no value here. That's-
Well, they
that's the
put it
thing.
together, that's what they do that for a living, Jim. They sell crap for a living.
I've been to Horn Auction. I've never seen.
We made
never
this
seen anything
surplus
there.
last month, but
Shit,
didn't.
I've
pay
seen
dollar
everything
amount.
before.
Buckets full of tools and, I mean, they got
Roll it
It's a
everything.
bunch
away.
of junk.
Let's load it up and take it to Horn Auction. Let them write us a check, and that way we don't have any
Where are these
council
cameras?
influence on who gets what.
It's picture number 2.
Yeah. How much you want for them?
Blink outdoor.
Bud was saying $15.
They don't look like a,
It's a box.
oh, it's a box.
A
Oh,
new
okay.
box.
Oh,
All of
okay.
that stuff is in there if y'all wanna go look at it.
Yeah, it's in the bag.
It's in the bag.
So you want me to give you $15 for your?
They're cost 30.
You said 15?
I mean, I'm just saying, we're trying to get rid of stuff. I
It'll be
mean,
easy
you
to
can't
live
get
with
the whole price for it. You sell it for half price.
You want me to give you
Just
$30?
like all those Christmas decorations that we did. We literally stuck it
Set
out
it
there
out
and
there.
said, come get it.
Yeah, we gave it away. 'Cause
After
we-
it was declared surplus. We couldn't do anything with it until it was declared surplus. That's the vein we're trying to take here, is to get rid of.
You're basically saying we're going to declare it surplus with reserves on it. Or you could say surplus without reserve.
Last month, we declared all of this surplus, but we didn't put a dollar amount on it. So aren't we already to that point where we don't have to do this again?
Y'all can always do that. Y'all can declare it surplus.
You don't really ever have to do it. You can send it to them on auction and let them do
Or you
it.
can throw it away.
Or throw it away. Or you stick it out there and let people go through it and say, here's $2, here's $4, whatever.
Yeah, but somebody's got to man that. Somebody's got to.
When you do it,
And then you can't accept cash and you run into all
okay,
kinds
accept cash.
of crap.
City doesn't accept cash.
So you're gonna
Easy
have,
cash, I get it right on receipt. And it takes it.
Then we have cash, and that has led to problems.
yeah. It's had,
So we voted on no cash.
yeah.
That's all I do is use cash.
Oh, you ain't gonna buy nothing then.
Yeah, you're gonna either write a check or you're not gonna get it, or you're gonna get a money order with your cash.
Yeah.
and Bring it back.
Credit card.
And we just make this
The
stuff
card
surplus
fee.
and we throw it away?
When do you plan on doing this?
ASAP.
So the computers, most of those do not work, but,
I thought you said that the hard drives had to be
they
removed.
do. They
Huh?
do.
Gotta take a drill and go through the hard
Before we
drives.
can do anything else with them, the hard drives have to be wiped.
Well, then the computers, in my opinion, should be thrown away. I mean, why would we be selling a computer with a hard drive?
Or the,
Where do the computers come from?
Some of them do work. That's why they're on here. Some of them do work.
If you drill a hole in the hard drive, you're gonna kind of jack it up. aren't you? It's gonna become trash.
You still have to mark it as surplus. Until we can throw it away.
Can we just call to vote?
That washing
I
machine.
mean,
Yes,
we've
please.
been tossing this around.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's
5
declare
o'clock.
this all surplus and be done with it.
I
Any more
I'd say
second that.
put $5 on every one of them and move on.
Any more discussion?
$5 an item and it's done, right?
All in favor of putting $5 an item, say aye.
Aye.
And if we don't get the 5, then what do
Then
we do with it? We throw it
Then
away?
you throw it
Throw it away.
Then we'll throw it away.
What's the timeline for this?
Just have a date,
2
choose
weeks.
a date to sell it.
A day, 1 day.
1 day.
What's the day, when's our next garage sale?
May.
May, that's too far. Let's go.
Can we wait that long?
No.
March,
Let's say
April,
by
May.
March.
Jim, you
21st.
mentioned-
Get rid of it.
It's only another month.
Jim, you mentioned the little online auction thing, that it kind of worked last time.
Yeah.
If we
Do
are singular with that, we can, if we're all in agreement for that, we can do that with these things.
We'll just mark them $5 and go with it.
I mean, if you can set that up, that worked pretty well. It
Yeah,
had
he's got the
communicated pretty
pictures of
well.
That forces you to not pay cash too, or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
The only problem we had last time is we had 2 different systems. And,
Online only.
so the online is simple. If you can set it up, then nobody else has to get involved until you declare the winners and
Okay?
announce them and they come by and.
online,
Now,
City
the one thing
City
that
website.
online shouldn't do, it shouldn't have the lowest bid in there. I mean, the best bid in there.
Right.
It should have, if I
Highest
bid,
bid.
I'm out. It should tell me I'm out, not that your bid, the lowest, well, maybe it could have the
Highest
previous
bid.
highest bid.
Highest bid.
Yeah, the highest bid is $10, so I got to bid more than $10. That's fair.
You gotta
It's
bid.
kind of like a silent auction when you go around.
Yeah, they're just gonna have to be on their own to watch it.
And how will we
see
know when
by
this
the
is gonna
deadline.
happen?
We're gonna,
Well, that's what we're asking right now. How soon do we want to do
Well,
it?
you're the one who's gonna set it up. That's why I'm asking you.
All of these items will be marked at $5. Jeff is going to set up an online auction on the city website, let's say the end date of March the 31st.
And they're gonna be set up at a $5 minimum.
$5 minimum on all of this stuff, yes.
Okay.
If there's no bids, then it'll be disposed of.
Okay.
and you
All
can
in-
buy
any more?
your bucket or whatever you want it done.
So March 5,
31st,
March 31st.
Yes.
Sorry.
Is it a conflict of interest, Drew, if city council or city buddy bids on it?
Once it's become surplus, it's of no value to the city. so. And y'all can vote on something of general community impact. This is being put out to the community. Just like you can vote on tax rates, even though you're affected, it's general community. So as long as we put it out to the general community, hey, y'all can all do it. We can't do our own little secret auction, just us know about it, that's the deal.
Any more discussion?
So it'll start on the 31st and
Start as soon as you can and
Convert.
end on the 31st.
end on the 31st.
Yes.
Thank
Start
you.
the 20th and end on the 31st.
As soon as I can get it set up.
That'll work. All in favor of,
Hey, but
How will we know
but
it's
you
set
just be
up?
sure, how you gonna publicize it to the citizens?
It'll be on the city's website
as you can do a call out.
and we'll do a call out.
Okay.
And who's gonna collect it?
The city,
The city.
and I do it by card or check.
All in favor of doing an online auction for surplus items, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Can I have a motion to dismiss?
Anybody
We're
want?
gonna do some
Anybody wanna
reports.
do a
Oh,
report?
sorry, report. I was hoping to get
You got a
out.
report?
That's usually my cue.
See ya. All right.
Councilman Clayton? No, he's not
No,
here.
no report. Who wants to go for a report?
I'll go.
All right. Roger?
So we have two new speed signs installed on Yellowstone. We have some more. We're going to see how well effective. The other ones were getting old and a little faded, so we're just trying to let the citizens know the awareness of the speed. There's still two street signs that we have stored that need to be installed at Carroll in 105 and Sweet Gum at 105.
Those two signs, Roger, I was gonna ask you about this, but when Charlie and I were doing those signs, you know, there's a big old sign on the highway up there that says Sweet Gum. And to put a pole up there with a Sweet Gum sign, I'm not sure why that, you know, we kicked that around because we had that sign and we didn't know. We got so many signs up there at the front that we were like, man, we're gonna put another sign up here? That's what, I'm just interjecting that to you about that.
That's a good point.
There's a Sweet Gum sign that's, you know, 8 foot long up there on the highway.
Yeah, the
So-
state put that up.
We need a sign that says no more signs.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
there's a lot of, it's very busy up there,
Send
you know,
them a
for
message.
signs. Just my opinion. But anyway, whatever.
And
That you
we
get
bought
around
it.
to it. We have the sign.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
bought it,
We
so-
have it. You're right.
We can decide whether or not, I mean, that makes sense. We can decide whether or not to put it up there or not.
We were gonna try to put it across the street, you know, but there's a big ditch there, and then
Yeah.
you gotta get on those other people's property. I mean, it's just
We
kinda-
can leave it off for now and
think
you know.
about it. I mean, just think about.
the only
go
reason
look
I
at it
guess
and
is
see what-
because it has the 100 block on it. So,
I
so
leave it
yeah,
off. leave it
I
off.
agree.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And one of the other things, we have a sign up that says no alcohol.
everywhere.
Because
We
of
got
our
them
city
everywhere.
ordinance.
So nowhere in the city we can have
Any
alcohol?
city
No.
owned property.
Car
Okay, 'cause it doesn't
shows,
say that. does
4th
it?
of July,
City
there's no
property?
alcohol on
Yeah.
the property.
Okay, I guess it's faded out or something. I
It's in the
didn't,
city ordinance.
yeah,
Any
but on the
city
sign
owned.
itself, I think I just read no alcohol.
And on that door, it says that. I mean, it's just,
Yeah,
I mean,
but that
when you
makes
go
it-
to the 4th of July
It makes it look
celebration,
like when you come in, you see no alcohol, like you can't have alcohol in the city of Bevel Oaks.
I get you.
It's a good idea.
I told some people that.
I had to shut down my still because.
I actually called them and told them that we
I
would
think
be
we should have
picking
a-
it up. The city would be picking it up. I was
Entry at
going
one
around
6
picking
pack
it
and
up.
one bottle of wine before entry.
That's what I'm told.
I was gonna go around and pick it up.
The LPR camera on, we had one on River Oaks. We did away with that one. It was not feasible. We still have the one on Riverbend, has been adjusted because it wasn't really capturing, which is still under free trial. Let y'all think about this. Right now, I'm not seeing, I don't know what the cost is gonna be. We're waiting on Matt and then go for further discussion on that. Also too, Matt with, Verkada is supposed to be submitting a maintenance fee. Don't know what it is, don't even know what close of arrangements, we don't have a maintenance personnel to go out there and wipe off lenses or, you know, or something like that.
Here's the tissue.
I thought that was included. I thought all the
No.
stuff was included.
The
in this.
IT,
Huh?
IT only.
Okay.
Yeah, I was under the impression that meant maintenance.
I thought
too.
that meant take care of everything.
But apparently it's not, but he's gonna submit it to Sabrina at some point in time, and then we can go from there on that.
We might be able to watch the camera.
And then they did install that gate at the end of River Oaks by the ditch. Yesterday I put a Bevel Oaks lock on it, so it's lock to lock. If we don't have it lock to lock, they'll cut our lock. Sabrina's got
Which
a-
gate?
At the end of River Oaks, right there by my house,
Oh, okay.
by the lift
okay,
station.
okay.
The fire department has a key, the city hall has a key, and I have a key for whatever emergency
Well,
situation.
We cut the lock at the end of Alaskan the last time. The emergency that we had over there, the fire department has a key to that too, but they didn't have it with them. So, I mean, these kids are laid out over there. We cut the lock. I told them just cut it.
Locks are
They
cheap.
did give, the key I gave them, it has a little placard key ring that does say River Oaks Gate.
I know, but them volunteers jump in the trucks
Yeah,
and haul,
and
take
if
off.
they cut it, if they have to, yeah. so
Ambulance is there, and you're gonna go back to the fire station and get the key, and the guy's got bolt cutters. I mean,
Yeah.
it's done.
That's the master key.
Yeah, it's done.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm there at the house anyway, so if we can,
Go ahead. I didn't
But-
mean to break you up.
and that's it. That's all I got.
We also have the entrance and the exit sign at the office. Put those poles in and put those signs up, and they're sticking up in the air. It's kind of good because you can see them over the mailbox. And then I go the other way anyway because I can't make that corner. But and the contractor signs, we ordered 2. I'm not sure exactly why we ordered 2, but we got 2 because one was damaged. So we have another big note, contractors must report to the office and stuff. So we have an extra one that probably needs to get put somewhere in case we lose one of the 3 that we have. The other one the other one's at my house, the one that they tore down, because when I put that one up, they ripped it down. So they tore it up. So,
You can have it.
yeah, I appreciate it.
Post it in your front yard.
Any other reports?
Make sure you get a permit before you install it.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that if Keith, the guy that does our grass out here, he's gonna go to Louisiana to get a bunch of plants for the church in Pinewood. And when I mentioned to him about these plants that died up here during the snow, the ones that died right here, about replacing those. So I think it's gonna be just a little bit of money to stick some more plants in there. The ones at the office, they're good. I mean, they all stayed together, I guess.
I'm glad you brought that up because I had the brick wall that's right here
Mhm.
on the edge of the building.
Mhm.
Whose brick wall is that?
That divided Bevel Acres from River Oaks.
That's a division, but it belongs
That
to the
was-
city.
But whose property is it on? Who claims ownership of it?
City does.
The city put the
Because
wall.
I'm
I
hearing
know where
different.
you're going with this. It's
It
been
doesn't
cracked
belong
for
to Mr.
100 years.
No, it doesn't.
No, Mr.
It belongs to the city.
What's the question?
I went through this a long time ago.
Yeah,
That's the
it's the
city.
city.
Yeah, because the
It's
property
not-
owner there is claiming it's sitting on his property.
It's
What does
not.
he want to do?
Does he want to maintain it?
That apparently there were some kids playing on it, something. He called and complained that they were on his property.
Oh, I
climbing on
remember.
his
I
wall.
remember that happening.
Yeah.
It's
I remember
on his
that.
brick
It's
wall,
not his
but
wall.
it looks like from what I could tell by his visual, that it belonged to the city of
Yeah, I
Bellevue.
believe it
Yeah,
does.
I went through this, trust me, it's hard.
Okay.
Went through the same thing.
Just to clarify it up in case they're watching, that
Yeah.
get understanding.
Well, I
It'd be
don't
great
think
if we
he's
had a
gonna-
plat drawing of this property here.
Because maybe we could, if it's not feasible anymore, do away with it or dress it up, make it look nice or something.
You know, there's one on the other side of the road.
Correct.
There's 2.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's-
if we're. maybe
Well,
we
that's
could-
been a monument for this place since it started. So, I mean, I don't think removals.
Yeah.
Well, you know how like they paint like the corners of the street with the electrical boxes and
Yeah.
stuff? Maybe
We need to do a mural.
A beautiful.
if there's somebody in our community that is well at it and something that's proper, then we can agree on
It
it.
needs to be repaired.
All right.
Well, we'll
Any
look.
any more reports?
I do have a report. A long time ago, we were asked, why don't we have a newsletter? Because we do have people who are not online. They don't look at the city's website. They don't go to any of the Facebook pages, but yet we've been told we don't have a way to communicate with one another. We need to have another way to learn about city events. So looking at all the pricing, it's very expensive to put out a newsletter if we want to go through the whole get it, print it, stuff it, mail it, that kind of thing. However, I've contacted Muni Billing, and for a very small fee, they will accept a PDF, either black and white or color, and I want to say it's 30-something cents per sheet to include in the Muni Billing, and that goes out to everybody who still gets the mailed water bills. The citizens could actually opt back in with their mail. Those who want electronic only, great. They're already getting their stuff. But I would imagine that PDF would also translate onto their online bill. If they were to click on their online bill, they'd probably get the newsletter there as well.
So who's going to write that newsletter?
Well, that's before we go any further, I wanted to bring this to council to let you know there is an opportunity for this.
That's 30 cents for the PDF, but what about for the mailing?
That is the entire cost. I just told you this. That's what he told me. 31 cents for black and white, 36 for color. So
But how many sheets would be in that PDF? I mean,
one sheet.
one sheet.
Yeah. If we had if it's a 2-page newsletter, I don't know what it would be. So what I'd like to do with council's permission is throw it out there to see who was the ones who want to contribute to a newsletter.
So it wouldn't be on paper.
Yes, it would be on paper. It would be something that the whole process would be, if Bud wanted to say something and you wanted to say something and you wanted to cover fishing somewhere and you wanted to cover golf somewhere that you went, you write something up. Jim wants to talk about the price of water tanks. Y'all could submit by a deadline, and then the main editor, whoever that would be, would choose the stories to put in that particular newsletter. That would be probably, Sabrina. Yeah,
yes.
would be real good at that.
Let me tell you something. We don't need to be giving office staff anymore.
We got plenty.
So it would be something that could be handled. Again, I would ask for those who wanted to step up and do it. And if nobody steps up, then at least the offer has been made. But it gives people an opportunity to be connected still with the city at a very, very, very low price. And
How many bills are mailed out each month?
Around 200.
I mean,
Around 200.
So I'm just trying to understand this.
yeah,
I'm actually gonna get a piece of paper.
yes,
It's
In your
gonna have
bill.
envelopes, whatever.
If you get a mail bill.
yeah. If
That's
it's mailed
fine.
to you, it'll be in your water bill.
So, and for 31 cents, I'm gonna be able to get a piece of paper mailed through the US mail.
Yes,
It's gonna go in the envelope that your other bill's in anyway.
yeah.
So it's
If
not
you were-
costing
Just gonna put it
any,
in.
it's not costing them
Muni
anything.
billing.
to bill it.
Muni billing
Not
does.
costing extra postage.
Yeah,
Right.
it just takes a print and
Okay, so.
somebody fold it up and stick it
So
in
it's
the
going
bin.
inside another envelope.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if it's mailed separate.
$100
so
a
they can do
month.
31 cents. So
We
that's
could do it maybe quarterly,
In the
start
water.
off. And here's
People pay
why I
for it.
wanted to bring it up this particular council meeting. We need to have it 30 days in advance of the mail out. If we're going to do an announcement for the next big event, which will be the USA 250 event in July, we need to start compiling the information that we want through April, give it to them in May, so it'll be in the June billing to announce for the July 4th event. So there's quite a bit of legwork that needs to happen prior to it. I'm just bringing this to council as an information.
Bud,
So
you're, editor in chief.
I'm not doing
So how many people do you think would really want to get that? I mean, I've had one ask me about it,
Mhm.
but, I told him, get with the program and start reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So remember what was it called? The Acorn that we used to have out here
I
a long time ago?
remember getting it.
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
We did it.
I had somebody.
As much as I hate to say this, because I'm one of them, they just gonna have to get with the times.
I think it's a very, very, very good opportunity to just see where it goes.
I had somebody call me 2 days ago at 10 o'clock at night and ask me, Bud, is there something going on out here? Because does everybody need to lock their stuff up? I mean, this has been going on for 10 days, I mean, if you hadn't seen it by then, I didn't.
Did they not see me on the 12 News?
Were you on the news?
12.
Did you not see him? He said, "Are you on the news?"
KFDM.
All right, any other discussion?
Yeah, I got
watch
one
that.
question.
Yes, sir.
Just because we're all here. Are we gonna hire another maintenance guy? I could use somebody.
She's put in, ads, nobody's applied.
Well, no, but
We've had some people
we-
apply.
We,
I
yeah,
haven't seen the applications.
We've had some people
they
apply.
weren't, yeah, I saw them. They weren't,
Okay.
I wouldn't hire them.
But no, I mean, it's
No,
like, yes, we are looking to hire somebody.
Are we looking for part-time still, or are we looking for full-time?
However it benefits you, Jim. That's the whole thing.
I think
There's things that
I
need to be
think that if we could get a full-time person
That's the ideal.
with the right skill set, it would benefit us and probably save us some money.
Yeah, I mean, because the potholes still have to be done.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to resume, we're getting ready to start redoing those
Things,
meter
yeah.
pot.
Well, the water, it would save on the water
Yeah, no, that's
billing
a,
would
I
pay for
mean,
it.
Utility Innovations is $55 an hour.
Yeah, they'd be paying
yeah.
for it.
But I mean, there's a lot of things that we could.
Turn-ons, turn-offs, all that stuff.
Well, even rereads and,
Yeah.
just there's basic stuff. Plus, I mean, it's not all water, they're doing science, there's a lot of stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, as a tag to the end of my report, I would like to volunteer to forego a printed copy of my book. You could just email it on Mondays, and that'll take one less load off of what you've got to put together. Is there anybody else that wants that?
Not me, I can't read the damn thing.
Our council packet.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I want it printed,
So.
because I keep them and I keep them,
You keep
keep them in order.
I don't need mine.
Very good. Well, that's two off your list.
All right, if there's nothing
That's all I got.
if there's nothing else
Okay, I wanted to say
dismiss.
one more thing.
You want to have your time.
Okay, no, I didn't get a time. Now, I was talking with Roger about the signs, but anyhow, so you're wrong. Now, we're having our meetings at 4:00 now, okay? And I think for consistency, I'm asking the council people, for consistency, I think that it would be a good idea if on council Thursdays, when we have a meeting, that we close the office at 3:30 to give her some help down here getting this prepared for us to be down here. Instead of just one person, you'd have two. And also, you're going to have to close the office anyway for the next meeting because Sabrina's not going to be here, as I understand. You got a basketball game or something, or football
Yeah,
game.
But it's my decision as mayor to keep the office open.
Mhm.
The reason is Heather has work to do. She's working on our retention policy, she's working on scanning.
But we're
That's
going
why
to,
she's not here today.
we're going to I understand that for right now, but I'm just saying for consistency purposes, I'm just saying people are going to go up there, well, it was open for the last time they had a city council meeting. Now it's closed when they have a city council meeting. Huh?
She's behind on a lot of things that need to be done. We don't necessarily need Heather down here to take notes. Because a lot of times Sabrina's having to go back and redo it because her note-taking is much better than Heather's. But let Heather do what I've asked her to do because she's got work to do.
Well, you're talking to these people.
Well,
I mean, if you're the one that makes the ultimate rule, then the council has no input.
Well, but I mean, you're bringing it up, which I appreciate, but, like I explained to you earlier, I've got work for Heather to do.
I just hate those signs on the door. People
Well,
go up there and they
there's
got a
not-
sign on the door,
There's not gonna be a
closed.
sign on the door.
Closed for
City
city
Hall is
council
going
meeting,
to be open. It's gonna be open until 5 o'clock.
today. Next time it
And
won't.
she's got work to do tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. mean, she's
I think,
behind
yeah,
on
we've
water
already got a
supply.
half a day on Fridays. I can't imagine gaining too much by having it closed again at 3:30, unless Sabrina's overwhelmed on what she's doing up here.
Sabrina's not overwhelmed.
Well, with the heater on in summertime, she got
She's-
overwhelmed.
she's overwhelmed.
I thought this meeting was at 4:30, not 4.
I thought it was 4:30 the first time.
Four. We voted on
It
four.
was 4 today because we had.
I want to make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
We didn't vote on 4:30, I don't think. I mean,
voted on
we didn't vote on 4.
Well, let's take a vote now.
You can make
We
this-
voted on four, I think.
Voted on 4.
Resolution says four.
Says 4.
Says
All
4.
right.
We voted on
voted, I
four.
didn't-
I don't
It is
like it.
four.
All in favor of dismissing?
I made a motion. Anybody second? it?
Second.
Okay.
We're going to vote. I don't like
Break
it.
the time.
It don't matter.
I voted against it.
It don't matter.
Yeah, you was, the fact when you were talking about it, said, I don't like.
You're the reason I got this shirt. And,
I think the
hey,
Jefferson County.
y'all need to find out what
I
size
didn't
shirt.
like the shirts
Don
either.
needs to get a shirt.
I voted against this shirt too.
You gotta have this shirt.
We didn't
We
get
actually
any kind of heads
You
up
have
on
to
that.
have, wear this shirt to the